Hello, everybody. I'd like to take a little bit of your time today to share some knowledge I have about the dog breed known as hot dogs, sausage dogs, wiener dogs, but in reality is the Dachshund breed. Hi, my name is Bill, and if you look to my left, you'll see a picture of my Dachshund. Her name is Princess Ladybug. I have been owned by or owned Princess Ladybug for the last 11 years. She is the fountain of information, so to speak, that I have of this wonderful little breed. Now I'm going to share a bit of the history of the breed, the types of the breed, the sizes of the breed, the varying colors and patterns of the breed's coat, its personality traits, and it is quite a breed. The history of the Dachshund began over 600 years ago on the farms of Bavaria in Germany. They were actually created, so to speak, by crossbreeding two different types of dogs, the terrier dog and the hound dog. Now, this created a long, low-bodied dog with big feet in the front and smaller feet in the back. Now, this was done so that they could burrow down into the holes of badgers and rats and rabbits so that they could bring them to the surface and kill them. Rabbits and badgers and rats and mice were not a good thing on the farm. Badgers like chicken. They like to raid the chicken houses at night, kill the farmers' chickens and eat them. And that was not a good thing because the farmers either raised the chickens for their own food, the chickens and the eggs, or they raised the chickens and the eggs to sell for produce. So in either case, the badger was not a good thing to have on the farm. The same thing with the rabbits, although they're cute and furry, they are an anathema to farmers. The rabbits like to raid the farmers' gardens and eat the produce. Again, the produce was either grown for sustenance to the farmer's family or it was grown to be sold. So in either case, none of these vermin could be ignored and left to run wild on the farm. So that was why the dachshunds were created. Now, once they were created and they were on the farmer, they became an integral part of the farmer's family. And they became very popular, particularly with the English. In the late 1800s, the English imported the dogs and they were very, very popular in England. And later, in the late 1800s, the American Kennel Club actually recognized the breed as a breed here in the United States. It did lose popularity for a while during World War II because of the influence that Germany had on the World War. It did regain its popularity, and today it is one of the top 10 most popular breeds in the United States. And believe me, it is quite a breed. Pictured around me here are the three different types of dachshunds that they have. The dog on the left of the picture is a long-haired dachshund. The dog in the middle is a smooth-coat or short-haired dachshund. And the dachshund on the right is the wire-haired dachshund. Now, each of these dachshunds have different levels of grooming that come with them. The dachshund on the left, the long-haired dachshund, has a moderate amount of grooming that comes with it. You do have to brush them at least every other day to keep their hair from matting and to keep them clean. And they do need a bath every 2 weeks. Probably the least amount of grooming goes along with the dachshund in the middle, the short-haired or smooth-coated dachshund. Their hair is short, there's very little shedding, but they do need to be bathed every month or so just to keep them smelling clean. But the most detailed of the grooming is the wire-haired dachshund, the dachshund on the right of the picture. Their hair is hair that you see on a terrier most often. It's wiry and stiff and very thick, so you have to take them to the groomer once a month to have them trimmed and to keep their coat shortish in length to keep them clean. Again, they need a bath as well every once a month or every other week or so to keep them clean. They each have different temperaments or personality traits as well. The typical dachshund, the one that's in your face and barky and chases after everybody, is the one in the middle. The smooth coat is probably the most typical of the dachshunds. Now, the long-haired dachshunds, although barky, are more laid back, easier to deal with, um, and the the wire-haired dachshund is the dachshund clown. They do just silly things, and whether it's the way they sleep or they'll come up to you and headbutt you or whatever, and so they're the clowns of the different types. Now the breed has all different and varying coats, all the way from almost what you would call a polka dot, which is called a dapple, all the way down to an English cream, which is an almost off-white dachshund. They're very rare and they're very unique. Um, so they're quite a handful. The Dachshund breed, because of its smaller size, is equally adaptable to city or country living. Whether it's living in an apartment in the city or a loft, or whether it's living on a farm in the country, because of their minimal activity level, they are equally adaptable and happy whether it's walking on a city sidewalk or playing in a city park or walking down long country lanes in the country. They are equally happy. The American Kennel Club describes this breed as curious, feisty, and brave beyond all hope. Now, that typically means that these dogs will attack larger dogs with no fear because they want to protect their family. Family is everything these little guys think about. They want to be with you all the time, whether it's extra cuddle time in the evening, or sitting on your lap while you watch TV, or sitting outside the bathroom door when you go into the bathroom. They will never leave you. They love to being with their particular human. And after all, if you want a companion, what more can you ask for? A companion that's always there. In conclusion, I hope that I have been able to give you more knowledge of this wonderful little dog breed. I have had my dog, Princess Ladybug, for 11 years, and quite frankly, I don't know what I would do if anything happened to her. She has become such an integral part of my life that I am with her almost 24/7. So these dogs can slip in and steal a part of your heart before you even know it. They're a great, wonderful little breed, and I am so happy that I am owned by one. To my left are the sources that I used for information for this speech. They are AlphaPaws 421, www.alphapaws.com, and of course the American Kennel Club 2009, www.akc.com, and of course Princess, who does not have a website, although I get most of my information from her. These are the sources I used. And again, thank you very much for your time, and I hope that I was able to give you some knowledge of the breed that you didn't have before. Thank you so very much.